All right, buddy. Welcome to the crossover show, and we're going to begin with the teacher appreciation.
We begin tonight with Tim Johnson. His teacher tonight is Betsy Franks. Come on out, and you're welcome to applaud. Timothy has selected you as a teacher that he really appreciates. He's a member of the Rough Rider varsity basketball team and wants to acknowledge you at the game tonight, Miss Franks. She says about Timothy, he has a positive attitude and never fails to give his best effort. His maturity and willingness to learn and explore new subject matter make him a joy to teach. And then he says to Miss Bryan, thank you, Miss Bryan, for always being a nice teacher and being there for the students. You've been such a good teacher for me this year, and I appreciate you a bunch. Sincerely, Tim Johnson. Once again, Betsy Franks and Tim Johnson. Our next is TJ Bellin and his coach, Coach Shields. Coach Shields says about TJ, he keeps going. He's proud of how respectful he is, and that's going to take you a long way. Keep working and let God control and be in charge. To the teacher, TJ says, thanks for always pushing me to do better and always stay focused. Once again, TJ Bellin and his coach, Coach Shields. Jacaden Rogers selected Donna Kushner as his teacher. Ms. Kushner says about Jacaden, he's smart, talented, confident, and an all-around exceptional young man. He always makes me laugh, and he's one of those students I'll always remember. JK has an amazing future ahead of him, and I'm excited to see where it leads. I pray God's blessings over him, and am thankful to be called his teacher. To Ms. Kushner, he says, I just want to thank you for believing in me and in my ability over the past 2 years. You've really made my theater experience amazing, and I'm really going to miss you when I graduate. And I know you're going to miss me too. Me and JoJo being silly in your class. Sincerely, Jacaden Rogers. Once again, J.K. Rogers and Donna Kushner. Jamarian Smith also asked Betsy Franks to be his teacher. So there's a twofer for Miss Franks. She says about Jamarian, he's a great student and he brings enthusiasm and fun to his assignments. He's a role model for other students and he sets positive example for his classmates. About Miss Franks, Jamarian says, I appreciate the extra time you put into teaching us. Even though our class can be a handful and very loud, you still try your best to help us learn, and I thank you for that. Once again, everybody, Ja Smith and Betsy Franks. And let's hear it, y'all, for Carson Bush and his teacher, Coach Cloudy. Coach Cloudy says about Carson, he's a great teammate and always gives his all. Very coachable, which shows his character and willingness to do whatever it takes for the team's success. I've enjoyed watching him grow from middle school into a mature young man, and I'm proud to see his growth, and I'm excited to see the great things in store for his future. Carson says about Coach, thank you for pushing us to do our best all the time and always believing in all of us. Once again, everybody, Carson Bush and Coach Cloudy. Next, Caleb Mosley and his teacher, Adam Ramirez. Mr. Ramirez says about Caleb, first I want to thank Caleb for selecting me as one of his teachers that he appreciates. It's always a joy to teach him every day. I check on him every day as he walks through the classroom door to see how he's doing. So far, it's been nothing but a smile and a positive, humble attitude that he brings to the classroom. Caleb never gives up and always does his best to push only forward and go beyond the extra mile to get the job done. Keep up the excellent work, Caleb, and I wish you the best with your future plans in life. Caleb says about Mr. Ramirez, I want to thank him for supporting and pushing me not only in his class, but in all my sports and in my life. Thank you for always trying to brighten our day and give us your best, no matter how your day is going. You make it exciting to come to your class, and I'm happy to have had you these past 2 years. Once again, that's Mr. Ramirez with Caleb Mosley. Jacqueline Barnes. He is with his teacher, Emily Glass. Miss Class says about Jacqueline, I've enjoyed having him in class this year. He's hardworking, he's bright and respectful. He's the type of student who I value the opportunity to teach. I know he will do amazing things. About Miss Glass, Jacqueline says, I'm thankful for Miss Glass being an awesome and chill teacher. You make English 2 so easy for me and the rest of the class. All right, that's Jacqueline Barnes and Emily Glass. Up next, Tiki Robinson and his teacher, Susan Pennick. Miss Pennick says, Tiki is an amazing student. I actually taught his mom many years ago. Dun, 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 dun. Tiki is always meticulous when he's completing a lab or any work for that matter. He is a joy to teach. About Miss Pennick, Tiki says, I just wanted to thank you for all your hard work, dedication, and support. Your guidance has made a real difference in my life, and I truly appreciate everything that you've done for me. Once again, y'all, Tiki Robinson and Susan Pennick. Up next is Grant Gregory and his teacher, Sarah Barton. Miss Barton says about Grant, he's an incredible young man with outstanding character, a natural leader who always gives 100%. It's been a joy to have him in my art class. About Miss Barton, Grant says, thank you for being such an awesome teacher. You made math super easy, and you had a positive attitude while doing it. I'm forever grateful to have had you as a teacher. That's Grant Gregory and Sarah Barton. And finally, Snooty Canton and his teacher, Coach Shields. Snooty has come a long way since his younger days. It's been exciting to watch him grow into a respectful young man. Keep up the good work and let God guide you. About Coach Shields, Snooty says, he has pushed and has placed a huge role in my life since I was a little guy. He's pushed me every practice because he believed that I wanted to be great. And I want to thank you for keeping me on the straight path and believing in me. There you go, y'all. Snooty Canton and Coach Shields.
All right, everybody, that's our center
And that's
teacher
all
appreciation.
our teachers and their candidates.
Now the senior want to do a presentation for Carson Bush.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the seniors want to do a special presentation for a young man on a very difficult day. The seniors want to present something to Carson Bush. You still on?
Yeah, we're going to catch this.
The microphone just fell, but I caught it. I caught it before it bounced more than once.
That's right. So anyway, we see the seniors basketball team over there visiting with Carson's family.
It's a difficult day. Carson lost his dad 2 nights ago and elected to be here today. Would rather play and, be a part of the team than be home and have to deal, as you can understand, do something that you love. And so the family has come here to be a part of this game.
All right, everybody, that's our teacher appreciation night and special ceremony. So we're going to take a break and hear from Gaddy's Medical, which brings us our Spirit Spotlight.
Gaddy's Medical Supply. It's your one-stop shop for the supplies and the equipment that you need as you go along your recovery. Their compassionate and knowledgeable staff is there to help you as you get better. Gaddy's Medical Supply.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It's the Crossover Show, brought to you by Aurora Concepts and by Wright Chrysler. We're going to see the fellas warming up. So it's time to pick our Center Motor Company player of the game from the ladies. And what do we got? We consulted the statistical analysis and our gut feelings and we came up with a player. Who was that?
Number 3, Journey Smith, 17 points in the ball game.
Wow.
And had a chance right there at the end, knocked down a few of them, got our team with a chance to really have a chance to win the ball game, guys.
What was the final?
46-42.
A 4-point loss, following a 3-point loss, a 1-point loss, a 3-point loss, and a 5-point loss. And then when they played Madisonville the first time, that was their only double-digit loss. They brought it back close, and then that's the district leader. You just feel for him. So that's the Center Motor Company player of the game. Something to smile about here in the halfway point. Do you have anything?
Specifically the girls or everything?
Just anything that you want.
I see Susan Pinnock out there getting a teacher appreciation. I wonder why we hadn't been hearing from her, because she's here live.
Yeah.
Normally she's watching.
Yeah, letting us know when the shot falls apart or when the audio goes.
Or telling us what a good job we're doing.
Yeah, she does that too, and I appreciate
or
that.
having
You appreciate the
general
feedback.
knowledge.
Yeah.
See, I mean, I've known her my entire life. She's always got an interesting fact.
Yeah, and such a sports fan.
Yeah, yep.
We'll hear from Center Motor Company and Wyndham Family Dental, and we'll be back to introduce and kind of preview the guys' game when we return. Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center.
Excuse me there, son. I'm new to town, and I only have one tooth in my head. Where do I go to get it repaired?
Oh, you're looking for Wyndham Family Dentistry. Clayton Paul, Anna Joy, Danny Paul, any of the Wyndhams will fix you up.
Oh, thank you kindly.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
All right, everybody, welcome back again. This is the crossover show, and where are we, Chris Wallington?
Now, we talk a little bit. Normally, this is where we would talk to Coach Harrison. He has already come to visit us because of our unusual start to the day.
He visited with us during the girls' halftime.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of folks were watching that.
And he came over because he missed a chance to be on the Coach Meets show, which we started the game with. If we missed that Monday. So, do any of you remember what he said?
I couldn't hear him because I didn't have a headphone.
That's right. Well,
I wasn't there. I didn't get it. I wasn't invited to the Rick Meek show.
No, we're talking about what he said at halftime.
What he said, though, at halftime.
No, what we learned about Rick Meeks at halftime, or during the Rick Meeks show, is that he was an all-state triangle player.
Plays the triangle with the best of them.
Coach Meeks, man, I'm about to bust out my triangles. Come, challenge!
But what Coach said is it's typical Coach, because he played the quiet game and said, we got to take care of business. If we do, then we'll be undefeated in district so far. I said, okay, well, what does that mean we got to do? Take care of business. So he didn't really give us much of a scouting report, but then again, even if he had one, there's only 2/3 of a team there, so it might not have even been an accurate one. So we'll give Coach a pass on that. 6 guys coming into Center. It's a long trip from Madisonville. All right. When we come back, we'll hear from JBA, and when we come back, we'll kind of summarize the season to this point. JBA Financial Services brings you Coach Talk, and there's a reason for that. John Black knows that when you're preparing for an important game, you need a plan, and they'd like to be a part of the details, the X's and O's of that plan. He's put together a good team, a coaching staff that would help you and your family get where they want to go. At JBA Financial Services, they're working to secure your family's future. All right, so here's the standings in District 17 after a comeback. I mean, at halftime Wednesday, it looked like
looking rough.
we were going to be in second, but a great comeback. Closed it to within 6 at the end of the third quarter and then ended up winning by 3, 4.
At least. I think it's a little more than that.
Center is 4-0. Hudson and Bullard are both 3-1, but they play each other tonight. In fact, they're about to tip off themselves. So one of those two will be in second place. Who do you think it'll be? Hudson and Bullard.
Hudson.
Bullard is visiting Hudson, so.
I think it'll probably be Hudson.
Yeah. And then Madisonville, who we've got here today, is in the 4th place spot and likely will be regardless of what happens, because Palestine and Rusk are both 0-4 and they're playing one another. So
yeah.
One of them is going to come away and be dead last, and the other will be, sniffing. If we beat Madisonville, the winner of that game will only be one out of the playoff hunt. So
right.
The district that's the way it's stacking up, but the Riders just want to stay ahead. Keep everybody in their rearview mirror. And that's what's at stake tonight, is the Lady Riders cannot seem to buy a victory in district. The Rough Riders have yet to suffer a loss. There you go. That's going to pretty much do it for the crossover program. We'll hear from some folks, and when we come back, we'll be ready for the tip-off of the 5th district game from the Coliseum.
What's that old State Farm slogan, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there? Well, that could not be a better description than Chris Mayfield of Mayfield State Farm. Since he came to town close to 20 years ago now, he has been the quintessential good neighbor. It's the same thing true of his insurance agency, Chris Mayfield State Farm.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those American
no, I couldn't possibly.
cheeseburgers.
I'm a vegetarian.
Cheeseburger. That's
what I need.
Ice cream. Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they could all get something good. Dairy Queen.
Hey everybody, Chris Watlington here, along with Stephen Shires and Larry Pierce. We welcome you to Net SN's coverage of the Rough Riders tonight from the brand new Coliseum. It's Game 5 for the Riders. Let's see what they've been up to. With one game left in the first half of district, the Rough Riders meet Madisonville tonight. They've already beaten Hudson and Rusk, Palestine and Bullard. That puts them at 4-0 and first place in District 17. The visitors tonight from Madisonville are 2-2 so far in district. They have beaten Palestine and Rusk. They fell short against Hudson and Bullard. Puts them in 4th place in the district. So it's the Rough Riders and the Mustangs. The first half of the district season comes to an end. We'll have the Shelby Savings Bank tip-off next.
Everybody, welcome back. It's time for the starting lineups here. Our tip-off and starting lineups brought to you by Shelby Savings Bank. And that's going to be read tonight here by our very own Chris Watlington.
How about that? About ready. I'm waiting to get the go-ahead.
Yeah. Got to do it. How boring can you make the Madisonville teams?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rough Rider Coliseum for Game 5 of the District 17 season. Tonight, center welcomes the Madisonville Mustangs. The starting lineup for the Madisonville Mustangs: number 2, junior Cameron Simpson. Number 4, junior guard Tristan Whaley. Number 5, sophomore center Carmelo Gilbert. Number 10, freshman forward Eli Williams. And number 3, senior Enquan Morning. The Mustangs are coached by Melvin Williams and assisted by Cameron Portwood and Bryson Nail. And now, the starting lineup for your Center Rough Rider. At guard, number 11, senior Caleb Mosley. Down low in the post, number 13, senior Jakevian Tiki Robinson. Also in the post, number 5, senior Jamarian Smith. At the guard, number 2, senior T.J. Bellin. And at the other guard, number 0, senior Tim Johnson. And the rest of the Rough Riders. The Riders are coached by Hiram Harrison and assisted by Alex Munoz, Michael Cloudy, Alvin Davis, and Kyle Parks.
All right, folks, that's our starting lineups here tonight for the Center Rough Riders. It's going to be interesting.
Who you got for number 10 for them? I don't have a number 10. I was just kind of curious.
Oh, yeah.
We've got it, number 10.
We do. That's Eli Williams. I think they may have brought him up. He's a freshman, yeah.
So number 10 is Eli Williams.
Yes.
And he's the man in the circle.
Yes, he is.
All right. Well, they had 9. They only got 6. And that one is not on there, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, this is a difficult get for Madisonville. I mean, coming in, a long trip, shorthanded, and the Riders win the tip. They tend to do that. First pass either knocked away or just missed. We'll see.
I think the Riders got lucky on that one.
They have. They have. So, Riders in white, into Johnson. Johnson finds Tiki. Out to Caleb. He thought about the 3. Decided against it, into Smith. Back out to Mosley. Now he'll take it from the 3-point line. Doesn't quite make it. They get the rebound, though, from Robinson on the second try. Up and in. First 2 points for the Riders. The 2-2 Mustangs. Cameron Simpson gets it inside against Smith. It's a long layup from about the waist. Very difficult shot, but it works, and it's 2-2.
That was a great shot by Whaley. That was a beautiful shot.
Johnson with the ball. Over to Mosley. Mosley started as our 6th man, earned his way onto the starting lineup where he has done very well for himself. Smith, top of the key, hands to Bellin, back to Robinson, inside to Smith. Twirls around, much bigger, but the ball in and out. Johnson gets the rebound, misses. Smith manages to get the rebound, but it's a jump ball.
Possession arrow in favor of the Mustangs.
And did everything right on that possession except for hit the shot.
It's a nice hook shot by Smith. Something new, but he could not finish.
Simpson to Morning. Back to Simpson. Thought about the long 3. Now a long 2. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound, though. Williams blocked. Smith has it. Gets it to Robinson. Robinson dribbles up the floor. In the corner finds Mosley. Drives, spins. Pass to 2 potential Riders. Neither of them get it. Fast break all the way down the floor. And Bellin altered the shot. But Simpson missed it, but still got his own rebound. Great hustle rebound. Gilbert now slows things down by getting it back to Anquan Morning.
Tell you one thing I've seen from the Mustangs so far, they got some really good ball handling skills.
They do.
They have some nice crisp passes.
Robinson on Mourning, having trouble staying in front of him. He drives. Johnson gets in the way. Nice defense. Long rebound, Robinson. Tiki pulls up at the three-point line, gets it over to Johnson, gets by number 10, Williams, takes the reverse layup, misses it, unusual. And last touch as he crashes to the floor by Caleb Mosley. So a one-shot possession for the Riders, and it's 2-2.
And you got to think how much Coach Harrison really wants to start running up and down the floor, start taking some of the energy out of these Mustangs.
Yeah.
Yeah, with being the short bench that they have.
Absolutely. Mourning.
Hey, good screen.
Smith comes over to help. Mourning didn't see him. Dribble bounced off of Smith's knee. Madisonville into Simpson. Simpson drives. All 4'9" of him, it looks like. Good rebound, then it's a jump ball. Possession error goes to the Riders.
Whaley doing a good job in there, having to fight with Tiki Robinson, but Tiki says, this is center, it's my house, I'm going to take that away.
That's what he did. He didn't just say it, he did it.
Yeah.
Smith dribbled a while, finds Robinson almost taken away. Robinson manages to keep it. Nice drive, pretty layup.
Iceman George Gervin.
But quickly down the court. It's Madisonville.
Riders got numbers.
Gilbert missed the shot. Johnson takes it on the way back down. Not a shot, but a foul.
Probably on the floor, though. I don't think that was going to be a shooting foul.
Right. He waved it off.
I don't know. I think I threw that name out there. That might be a little bit old for some of the folks out there.
That's right.
But
George,
George
we've talked about it.
Iceman.
Iceman, there we go. That tip shot. That's
nice.
Perfect.
We get
Inbounds
6
pass.
points out of that every time.
Inbounds pass from 2 to 5 and in. 6-2 Riders. Simpson. I said he was 4'9". He's over 5 feet tall, but he's.
They said 5'6". I think is what you said in the intro.
He has a chance to do a three-point shot. Yeah, all 5'6" of him. Nice from downtown. The Dr. Collard free throw line, good to the dark blues. Here come the Riders, up by 1. Mosley to Robinson. Robinson drives. Off his foot. Unforced turnover. Here comes Mourning. Oh, nice
beautiful
shot. Nice pass.
What a dime.
Gilbert and takes the lead for Madisonville. Long alley-oop knocked away by Mourning. Here comes Simpson again. They're going to set up the offense for halfway through the first period. Around top of the key. Mourning gets around Smith, drives, and he's going to get the hoop and the harm. Who's the foul going to be on? Several Riders moved over.
Covert checks in for Williams.
That's their whole bench.
That's it.
Yep.
If you were not here,
everybody's going to get like a 2-minute break and swapping them in and out.
Yeah.
Go get you a sip of water at free throws.
Yep.
But so far, so good for the Mustangs. Up by 3 from the State Farm free throw line. No.
Lane violation. He stepped over over the line, over the free throw line. So don't see that very often. I've seen the lane violations. I've seen a couple of those this year, but that's the first time I've seen that many in a season. I don't know how many.
Unusual.
Yeah.
Johnson gets the ball, has to stop. Nice pass to Bellin.
Good news for the Riders. Only down like a couple, and Tim has not played well early so far.
That's true.
We'll see what happens.
He hadn't found
He
his
gets
rhythm.
hot.
Ball stripped from Robinson, but Robinson gets it back. Bellin over to Mosley.
Mosley thinks about the 3. Get it into Tim.
Block. Smith gets the rebound, but he had to almost compete for Tim to get it. The inbound pass knocked
nice
away.
hustle
Bellin's on defense, knocked away by Mosley. Yeah, great
Nice
hustle.
by Madisonville.
Yeah, Whaley came down. He saved that from being out of bounds there for the Mustangs, and they're
playing
coming all in here with the 6 guy.
tremendously good defense. Inbound pass. The little guy up. Ooh. He goes up. He goes down hard. That's going to be definitely a foul. I'm not sure on which Rough Rider.
That's probably going to be
Bellin.
on T.J. Bellin if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Only the second foul.
Only because I saw his hand come down.
Both of the
Only because he's got blood all over his arm.
Yeah.
Both team fouls, unfortunately, are shooting fouls. Gilbert sinks the first one, and it's a 4-point lead.
Yep. Riders, much like against Hudson, have kind of started rusty and slow.
Man, they were playing 48 hours ago. There shouldn't have been a lot of rust formed. Second shot, no good. Good rebound by Robinson. He's probably been the most effective Rough Rider so far in the quarter. Bellin drives all the way, puts it up, and just misses the shot. Gets the rebound. Robinson from about 10 feet, air ball. Smith finally gets it on the third try. Not a pretty possession, but it results in points, 10-8.
Third time's a charm.
Simpson to Kovar. Kovar to Whaley. Whaley drives. All sorts of contested. Knocks the rebound away from Tiki, but Johnson gets it and running the floor all the way. Posts up, puts it back to Bellin. Bellin back to Johnson for a three. Bang. Nothing but net, and we're good from downtown. Oh, don't it make my pink eye blue. 11-1, 10. Riders have a 1-point lead, and we'll go to break. We'll be right back.
For over a generation, Tomlin Insurance Store has provided life, home, ranch, and farm insurance for the people of Shelby County. Beginning with Judge John Tomlin and his wife Ann, new owners Matt and Mallory Snyder have cut the ribbon on a new tradition, providing insurance for farm families by farm families. In Shelby County, that's a tradition worth protecting. Tomlin Insurance Store. You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the house warming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas.
All right, welcome back. Here we go, folks.
I'm not happy. Larry got a basketball from the cheerleader.
He asked for it. Gave it.
I'll do that next time.
They like me.
1-point lead from the Riders after the three-pointer from Johnson. Now Madisonville tries a three-pointer. They get the rebound, and it's a putback. Well done by number 4. Whaley's all of these guys have played well in the dark blue. 1-point lead now, and Bush is in. Is he hot? No, he's not.
He's just now warming up. He got that first shot on the way and get it out of the way and be ready to go next.
But rebound and fast break. Oh, nice. Tiki just knocked the ball away from behind as I think Tolar was about ready to start his shot. Sorry, Kovar was about ready to start that shot. No, thank you. Inbounds now. They get it into Kovar. He gets to finish what he started, and it's a 3-point lead. Madisonville, we don't know why they only brought 6 instead of their full 9, and a lot of the folks playing are young, but they're talented, well coached.
Could be grades, could be this time of year, now everybody's sick.
Yeah.
Oh, Smith can't finish.
Smith with the easy turnaround, but he just missed the shot for the 3-point line. Oh, no good. Good rebound by Bush.
Bush pushing up ahead.
Nice pass to Bellin. Oh, Bellin. Morning was waiting for him.
Yeah, Morning said, nah, get that out of my house.
Yeah, but you can't do that because he fouled him.
Yeah, and so the Riders are to the line now. The State Farm free throw line where Bellin has been good this year. Not there.
You keep jinxing. You've been jinxing them all night long.
I need to just stop making any comment until after
now,
it goes
whenever
in.
they're at the free throw line, you put this basketball in your mouth. You don't say
There's some substitutions now for the first time for the Riders. Get some fresh legs and full lungs.
We'll see if that doesn't have an impact as the game goes on.
Bound to. Rogers in. Bellin hits the second shot. Rogers and Barnes, 3 and 12 in. Smith gets to breathe a little bit. Already have Bush in for Mosley. Johnson and Bellin, the only starters left. Bellin almost got the ball for Mourning. Now Mourning loses it, and it's a backcourt violation.
Yeah.
Good job, Bellin.
That's a good job by Mourning to go ahead and pick it up because he knows Bellin was going to take it. There was going to be a crowd-pleasing dunk going on the other end down there.
Yeah, that was really well done. 2-point game. Johnson finds Bellin. Nice. Bellin takes the shot. It's a difficult shot. All sorts of contested. Oh, man.
Well, I think Bellin was wanting to pass it, but then he got caught up in the air and couldn't pass it, so he took the shot.
Rogers got the loose ball, fired it to Bush, who wasn't quite ready, and got through his hands. Mustangs coming back.
That's cool.
They get it to Whaley. Spins around, finds Simpson. Simpson from 90 feet.
Oh.
As the quarter comes to a close, Madisonville has fought their way back down from 6-2 to lead at the end of the quarter, 14-12. We'll be back here from the Coliseum on NetSN.
You're watching NetSN coverage of Center basketball. Tonight from the new Rough Rider Coliseum, the Riders host the Madisonville Mustangs.
Everybody, welcome back here. Riders trail after one, 14-12, and it's going to be Mustang basketball here right in front of us.
And that is Simpson. Oh, Bellin knocked another one away. Thought it was last touched by a foot, but it wasn't. It's going to still be Madisonville's ball. Bellin was not happy with that. Gilbert, long pass backwards. That's Whaley on Bush. Long drive, nice feather shot from about 8 feet. 16-12, difficult shot. Riders with the ball, Barnes with it. Back to Johnson, who I think he's been in every minute of the game so far. Bush gets around and makes the shot. Got around 2 players to bring it back to within 2. Good defense is Simpson trying to penetrate, can't do it. Beautiful block.
With a block.
Oh, that is absolutely good. Barnes on the block.
Sorry, Barnes with the block.
Barnes to Bush. Back to Barnes. Passed in the corner to nobody. Couldn't save it.
Oh.
Thought Bellin was moving to the corner, and he wasn't. But, yeah, that's as pretty a block as you'll ever see in your life. Big thank you to the Forge, who backs the Riders all through the season and backs Center and Shelby County people as they get stronger. Get stronger like the athletes you follow at the Forge with Danbert Collum.
That's a foul there on the Barnes.
First one for either team. Still early in the second quarter.
Yeah, not a lot of fouls in that first one. 2 for Center and 1 for Madisonville in that first one. So.
Very impressed with this Madisonville team.
Yeah, I am too.
Nice.
There goes Simpson with the dub step and takes it to the hoop. Good drive. Talented player.
Riders down quick.
Oh, what a steal.
Defense was back. Mourning. Oh, nice. And another one. Mourning to Whaley.
I'll tell you what, Morning has got some ups.
He does.
That young man can sky.
Johnson to Bush. Back to Johnson. Biggest lead of the game, 6 points. Nice pass into Bellin, one-on-one. His shot, though, is altered, and they get the rebound with 3 Rough Riders standing there. Kovar gets the rebound. Morning to Simpson, who steps back behind the Dr. Collard line and drains it, and it is a 9-point deficit. In the district season, the Riders have only been down by 10 once. Johnson from the 3-point. He says, I'll take those 3 points back from Dr. Collard's waiting room. Your choice of frames from Dr. Collard. 23-17, Morning with the ball. Morning on Bush, goes, drives, takes the shot. You're right, with the ups, had a chance. Rebound, as short as he is, Simpson gets the rebound. Puts it up. Last touch by the Riders as they will inbound the ball. In come some starters for the Riders.
Yeah, Bellin knocked that one out with a good block away from behind.
Mosley comes back in, as does Tiki Robinson. Johnson and Bellin still in the game. Morning with the ball. Nice pass over there to Simpson. Gets around Johnson. Stays up. Everything but the basket. Good rebound. He's fouled by Mosley.
Williams did a good job there. He boxed out. Robinson was able to get that rebound and just couldn't get it to finish, though.
So to the State Farm free throw line, they'll go.
They're only 1 of 4 at the line tonight so far with 2 different players there. This is third one, so.
He sinks it. It's a 7-point game.
I guess I can't
You
jinx them like you do.
Reverse jinx.
Yeah. Tried to. But they're doing a great job, up by 7, trying to make it 8. Here's Williams. Boink, knocking it down.
2 in a row.
Riders better come up with a good possession right here.
Johnson gets around Whaley, but it's stolen by Simpson. Beautiful outlet pass to Whaley, and a nice little feathery layup, and it's a 10-point deficit. The biggest, matches the biggest deficit of the district season here at home against a team with only 6 players.
Well, second, we were down 13
That's right.
night.
That's right. That's right.
But this is a much different type situation.
Mosley makes the right decision, misses the shot. Good rebound by Williams. The outlet pass is just no good.
He was kind of confused on how he wanted to throw that out there because he had a bunch of people up there and he just didn't get the pass that he wanted. Nice try, though.
Tried to lead Simpson, but went out of bounds. Mosley with the ball and a 10-point deficit. Finds Johnson. Johnson's waiting, seeing where people are going to move. Mosley. Morning's covering him. Out to Bush for 3, short. Way short. He knew it when he left his hand, but no one else saw it. We could from here.
Oh, we got a timeout.
Timeout on the court. Harrison needs to talk it over. We'll be back in the second quarter after this.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Imagine what it would be like to be your tire.
That's not good, man. Watch where you're going.
It ain't easy work, so you don't want to trust it to just any old tire. No, you take your car and truck to Center Tire. It's an old tradition with a new chapter under Trey Burns, because being a tire is hard work.
Are we there yet?
All right, folks, 4:07 to go here in the second period. Riders find themselves trailing by 10, 27-17. And Center has 2 fouls to none. by Madisonville, who's only committed one foul the entire game.
It's something. They're really playing a very good game. So here we go. That's Gilbert. Over to Simpson. Back to Mourning. Simpson again. That's Whaley now. Back to Simpson. They get it inside to Williams. Knocked away. As soon as they got inside, Center's defense flexed. So that no shot on that possession.
All right, so here we go. They've got it in. So we've got Johnson and Mosley. And Mosley's going to drive. He's going to put a shot up. It's going to go.
Nice.
Nice.
Controlled himself, steadied himself, and made a nice, easy shot.
Right, so we've got Bellin and Johnson, along with Mosley, Snooty, and who am I missing? And Tiki.
Yeah, it's the starters, except for Snooty for Smith.
Yeah.
And this game right now is playing right into Madisonville's hands. I mean, they have a lead here, and, you know, Center's going to have to take a little time here to make sure they have good stuff so they're not really pressing it as hard as they should to really kind of take some of the energy away from Madisonville.
The three-point miss led to a rebound. Johnson with a nearly impossible shot, and he made it anyway. 6-point game, but a great outlet pass. And Bellin says,
"Get that out of my house."
Yeah, I don't want you to take that all the way back to Madisonville.
Exactly. Get that out of my house, boy.
That's like when the UPS guy comes to your door, hands you the package, and you throw it across the street.
That's it. Right. I want it for FedEx.
All right, down a 6-point lead now. Riders been able to cut into this lead so they can't get a couple more stops.
Simpson on a screen, gets around, gets it inside to Williams. Williams
pounds it in.
Yeah, nice little hook shot over Mosley, and it's an 8-point lead again. Johnson with the ball. You're right. He's been spotty. He hasn't found his rhythm yet.
That's a nice play by Williams to go against the much bigger Snooty. And Williams with the get it to go there.
The dub step, a little short on the pass. Johnson intercepts the long outlet pass. He's going to try his third three, and he's 3 for 3 from the three-point line.
Bam, bam, bam.
Long outlet pass to Whaley. They don't waste any time getting it back across the court.
Well, with only 6 guys on the roster, you can't play a lot of working against the pressure.
So a missed three-point, wide open, Snooty to Johnson. And Johnson drives, fakes the pass, puts in the shot. Okay, maybe now he's found his rhythm as Madisonville calls timeout. It's a 3-point game, a 10-point deficit to a 3-point deficit.
Rough Rider basketball sponsors include Abundant Love Ministries, Come Worship With Us, Fast Tax Service, Get Your Taxes Done Fast, Bird Forestry, Your Forest, Their Focus, Tomlin Insurance, your progressive insurance dealer, and Andrews Construction. See what Ricky can do with your kitchen or your bathroom. These sponsors are proud of the Rough Riders and Lady Riders. Covington Lumber and Building Supplies is in the capable hand of a third generation of Covingtons. For shingles for your roof, to carpet for your floors, to Farrell Calhoun paint for the walls, bathroom fixtures, and everything in between, Covington's has it, as well as all the lumber you can shake a stick at. Lumber for your home or for other fun projects. You find it all at Covington's.
All right, welcome back. Minute 39 to go here. Riders have trimmed it to a 3-point lead now.
A big quarter by Johnson.
Yep. He's come alive.
10 points in this quarter for him.
Yeah, moving screen. Can't do that, Williams. They're only their second foul of the whole game, first one of the quarter. They've played a clean, really good game, these Mavericks, down by 3. But Center has a chance to tie it, perhaps.
Let's get a good bucket here.
Starters back on the floor.
Still got plenty of time to get a chance to take the lead before the halftime.
Johnson gets around, takes the shot, and it's up and in. And it's a 1-point game.
I'm glad Tim just take it upon himself to get the Riders back in this. And sometimes you just got to do that. when you're the man.
His shoulders weren't ready to carry it in the first quarter, but he's gotten there now. Nice move by Simpson.
The Riders going to trap.
Yeah, the Riders' defense has been really good the last couple of minutes, holding Madisonville to no points there the last couple of minutes.
Gilbert on Bellin, gets around Gilbert. Morning elected to drive, hands it off.
Dish. And it goes.
Yeah.
Whaley.
And
wow.
And you can see Smith look over to Coach. All I did was stand there, Coach. I had my hands up. He ran into me. What do I do?
He got him with the body.
Yep.
Take him right in there and draw that contact. 3-point play from Whaley.
From the State Farm free throw line. And no good. Good rebound by Smith. Finds Johnson. And off they go. Johnson gets around. No, he can't. The ball is knocked away. He decided to stop. And
well, the way he moved, I hope that wasn't his ankle that gave out on him.
Yeah. They get it to Mosley. Over to Johnson. That's Whaley on him. 22 seconds, maybe playing for the last shot. Oh, a long pass across court, dangerous, and it was intercepted by Morning, who goes coast to coast, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. 11 seconds. Going the length of the floor, puts up the shot, and puts it in, and a foul.
The hoop and the what?
The harm.
Thank you, Larry.
Hoop and harm.
Man, and what a hoop. What a hoop.
Coach Williams for Madisonville could have a small argument for maybe an offensive foul there.
Yeah, Johnson was coming from the left side, switched the ball to his right hand.
Except the guy was moving.
Yeah.
Switched the ball to his right hand.
Was moving just a little bit, that's why.
Yeah.
I think that's what the ref was telling him over there.
Yeah. So Riders can tie it up here.
And they do. That dang Tim. Tie game.
Madisonville will have a chance at a shot.
Won't go. Oh, that would have went too.
That would have gone in, yeah.
All right, let's get ready for Munoz.
And there he is right there, the halftime legend, the JBA halftime investment. Well, Coach, I'll tell you what, Madisonville, first of all, they only have 6 players. Do you have any idea why?
He said they had a couple kids come down sick, so but man, those 6 are playing hard. We got to match their intensity. That's the biggest issue right now. We've matched it a little bit there towards the end of the second quarter, but we got to come out and play with a little more fight.
Is that what you'll talk about at halftime?
Yes,
intensity?
Sir. Oh yeah, most definitely intensity. You got to communicate on defense, and we got to settle down on the offensive end and run some offensive plays and try to get us a good look. All right, thank you.
Everybody, Chris Wallington had to do double duty there, but we have the chaparral.
Let's hear it for Shelby County Sweethearts, the Chaparral.
Right, that's our Shelby County Sweethearts Chaparrals in football season. Brought to you by Bounds Insurance.
That's right.
We're brought to you tonight by Gaddy's Medical, who is the sole provider of raised toilet seats at Shelby County.
They are. They have those.
Gaddy's Medical Supply. It's your one-stop shop for the supplies and the equipment that you need as you go along your recovery. Their compassionate and knowledgeable staff is there to help you as you get better. Gaddy's Medical Supply.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It's the Farmers Bank. Oh, yeah, come on, let's do it.
Okay, yeah, we're ready for you. Just have a seat over there.
Yep. All right, everybody, we got a special treat. We're going to have our JBA Financial
Coach Talk along with our East Texas Automotor game analysis with a special guest.
That's right. So
Hi, Coach Smith.
Yeah, Coach Smith, welcome.
All right, guys.
Another one where
that was the number one team in the district right there.
Again, number one versus the team that's in the bottom, and there was not a whole lot of difference. You know, they pass well, but this district has everybody is. It's a pretty equitable district.
Yeah, I thought it was going good to that 8-3 on the foul count.
Yeah.
In the third quarter.
Yeah, that didn't help.
That was that seemed to have been a difference maker right there.
Was.
You know, they say my former associate now, her own lawyer, April Prince,
right,
just talked about how I see sunshines and butterflies, and I mean, so I always try to find the positive. I mean, God, that our team plays so freaking hard. We play so hard. That's why we're in these games. We make these turnovers and can't hit the buckets, but at the end of the day, we play so hard.
Yeah,
and it's got to be. It's frustrating for us. It's got to be frustrating for everybody to play so hard. How do you tell the girls, like, you just got to keep banging on it? We're eventually going to get it straight.
Well, I told them at the end of the game tonight that, hey, y'all have nothing to hold your head down. I mean, we lost another starter.
Yeah.
We lost another starter right there in the first quarter.
Team leader.
And everybody stepped up. And today I thought we played some of our best ball. Like, we had great flow on the offensive side, and defensive intensity was what I expected it to be.
Yes.
But that was one of the things that we kind of addressed over the last couple of days, was just fixing our offense and just trying to reduce the turnovers. But I just told them, hey, y'all have nothing to hold your head down about.
Oh, no, yeah, right. But all these games, every single one of them that we've covered. By the way, we got McCoster. I gave her a nickname the other night.
Purple Hornet.
Purple Hornet.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, I watched it.
She's like a hornet. She's just on you.
She does. That's her role, and she takes pride in it. So she gets there and give those guards a hard time up there, and everybody's learned. You know, they're supposed to play off of it. She'll make them pick it up, and let's be ready to steal the long pass.
That's right. So at this point, Coach, it's fair to say, I mean, we have no room for error. I mean, we got to come out and
win out.
Got to win out.
We do. We've got to, and the other teams got to do the. They've got to lose the right way too.
Right. Yeah.
So between us and Russ, and my phone died, so I can't check the other scores to see how Russ did and how Hudson did. And I'm not even sure if they played each other tonight, but
right.
Here, you can borrow mine because I'd like to know too. So when we get finished, check the scores and let us know.
All right. Okay.
Well, Coach, thanks for coming over.
Yeah,
thanks for the time.
And no problem again. Thank y'all for covering the girls.
I
appreciate it.
And we'll see you Tuesday in Bullard.
Yes, Tuesday we go to Bullard.
Bullard. It's on to Bullard.
That's the number 2 team.
Yeah.
Right. The one you beat.
That's the one we beat.
Yeah.
And I thought we had a great chance tonight against this team.
You did.
Oh, we did.
You did.
So I know everybody saw that technical foul, but I told I was frustrated because that was 8-3.
Okay.
And on that foul they had just grabbed Journey twice on the arm there, and just refused to call the foul.
Oh, look. Larry Pierce was sitting there. He threw his stuff down and got up.
He said, "I'm out of here."
He walked off one time. So yeah, he's not happy. He's the one that grazed the officials.
Right.
But it is what it is.
What grade did he give him?
Oh, F, I'm sure. F.
He might have given him a D-. You know, he might have given him a little low.
Anyway, Coach, thank you for joining us.
All right, thank y'all so much.
All right, folks, that's Coach Smith with our special JBA Financial. We got a lot of business to cover in a short amount of time to do it.
East Texas Automotor game analysis. We appreciate him. We'll be right back. We take our cars for granted, but what happens when they won't start, or they won't run, or they won't turn off, or you get the lights on the dash that say something's wrong and you don't know what to do with it? East Texas Auto Care. It's on Tenaha Highway as you leave town on the left, and they can take care of everything. The trained technicians understand the complicated electronics as well as the engine itself. The Mendoza family would love to take care of you and your vehicle at East Texas Auto.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas with roots that run deep Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
The Farmers State Bank halftime is over. Only one half to play. For one team, a chance to complete the first half of the season with a clean sweep. For another team, a chance to get to the halfway point with more wins than losses going forward. Only one half to play. We'll bring it to you next.
See the intro, that means it's time for a Ray Jones Chevrolet keys to the second half.
What do you think, Mr. Pierce? What are the keys to the second half from Ray Jones?
Mr. Pierce, what do you think the keys to the second half? Ray Jones Chevrolet keys second half.
Keys to the second half? You know,
we got to play defense.
I mean, we've been playing really pretty well. I really think that you're just going to have to come bring it. I mean, really bring the intensity and get them up and down the floor and try to really wear some of the energy out of Madisonville.
I think Madisonville surprised them.
Yeah, because Madisonville controlled that first half, and the Center Rough Riders have to control the second half.
There we go. So here come the Rough Riders out here. Ready to start the second half. Yeah, I think that's the key. I think we're trying to run them and try to test their conditioning.
Yeah.
Since they're only one of them on the bench.
Yeah,
but I got
start to get some foul trouble on them too, take it to them.
Yeah, they haven't committed any fouls, and they appear to be in really good condition. So this is a very impressive team.
Full of young people, freshmen and sophomores playing like senior veterans.
I mean, it's in many ways this may be the best looking opponent that we've had.
Yeah.
I mean, Hudson
definitely was, but that was exactly what you expected. This is a 2-2 team with 2/3 of their team here, and they're visiting and playing great.
Riders are going to start.
Into Johnson, and off we go.
So, Larry, we get some stats here in a minute if you have them tabulated.
Oh, yeah, I got them ready to go.
Tiki to Johnson from the free throw line, misses the shot but gets his own rebound inside to Tiki, and it's up and good. And the Riders have their first lead since the first quarter.
We're going with Canton in early here to start.
Yeah, Snooty in, so is Bush. Man.
Oh, wow.
Charge.
There you go.
He drew it, and Quan Morning lowers his shoulder, bulls into Johnson, and draws the charge.
We asked Coach if we're going to have a charge chair or charge chain, any of that, but it don't look like we're going to this year.
Inbound pass to Tiki over to Johnson. Johnson finds Bush in the corner from downtown, just misses, but boy, Robinson was in the right spot and got fouled, and we'll still have a chance for three.
Tiki Robinson. I got to get me a number 13 center jersey.
Yeah. Tiki with the hoop and
Hunt.
From the State Farm free throw line, courtesy of Chris Mayfield.
As Mayfield would say, 3 points the old-fashioned way.
They earned it. Oop, didn't quite earn the third point. Still a 4-point lead.
Kind of how we started earlier. We jumped out on a lead on them. So let's see if the Riders can maintain that intensity.
Here they come. They're going to pressure Simpson a little bit out towards the top. Make him work for everything. Gilbert with the ball, back to Simpson. Gilbert for three. Off to the left, good rebound by Robinson, who would have been my pick for player of the game until Johnson just get on fire in the second quarter. Now Johnson has it. Top of the key over to Bush. Bush into Snooty, who turns around, right-handed shot, no good, gets his own rebound, then it's blocked. And Mourning, stepped out of bounds. After all that hard work, he put his left foot back out of bounds.
Getting help from the end of the center line, center bench over there.
The informal official, Al Davis, with the call.
Here we Coach Cloudy over there on top of it.
Appreciate the help, Al.
They get it into Bush. Bush is going to get
that was a nice dive. Get in there, Tiki.
Tiki misses the shot.
It rolled out of his hand at the last second.
My goodness. Another one.
Out of my house.
That time he took the UPS package and ran it across the street, threw it in the ditch.
Said, take your basketball, get yourself out of the Coliseum. We don't want you here.
Bellin all of a sudden playing some great defense in there.
Gilbert with the ball, finds inside to Whaley, but there's nowhere to go. Nothing but trees all around him. Back outside to Gilbert.
And that may be some strategy by Coach Harrison here with Snooty and them in the middle, bringing in some big lineup in there.
Yep.
They can just take some punishment and dish some out. And the Mustangs are doing a really good job here to control the pace of the game.
Mourning and Simpson. Simpson drives, throws it back out to Mourning all by himself for three, and sunk it just like they drew it up from the three-point line.
That's how you attack. We also hopped into a zone, and that's how you attack. You draw it in and then come out for the three.
Dr. Collard must have a Madisonville office, but a beautiful pass from Shorty inside to Robinson. Robinson having a good quarter. Back up to three.
You say Shorty or Snooty?
Snooty. It was Snooty. He said Shorty.
My bad.
Steal.
Johnson literally took the ball away and then adjusted his body so that there was no way Mourning could get around him.
He was trying to coach some contact. That's a high basketball IQ right there.
Yeah. Stole the ball and then donated it to the hoop. Inside. Good defense all over Kovar. Now back to Mourning with Bush in front of him. He drives, three Rough Riders with their arms up high. Which one of them made contact?
I think they're going to call that one on Mr. 24.
Right, is he going to go to the line? Yes, he is.
Yeah, he was shooting.
That was almost a...
Coming into this third quarter, they were 3 of 7 at the charity stripe and 0 for 2 at the line for Mourning in that first half. But he does have 5 points, and he misses that one.
He still hasn't found his State Farm free throw line rhythm or distance. Thank you, Chris Mayfield.
Let's try. Let's see.
This is that one too, but wrong rebound. Number 4 up, no good. This time, Snooty gets the rebound, gets it over to Bellin. Bush in the corner.
He has time to measure
short.
that one, but still can't make it go.
There goes shooting. Whaley gets it down to, nice play. Kovar got the defender in the air, sinks the shot, 3-point game. Johnson over to Bellin, quickly over to Robinson.
Good idea, but just not enough.
Johnson tried to steal the ball from Whaley, wouldn't work, and Madisonville with good defense climbed back to within 1.
Whaley with a quiet 14 points for the Mustangs.
Yeah. Johnson directing traffic.
Wants a screen.
Wants
nice job
screen,
from the big
got
left
the screen.
Tackle. Short.
Nicely played, though, by Tiki, who got the rebound, and when he went up for the putback, got fouled.
It's going to be 3 on Madisonville here as we're halfway through the period.
Halfway through the period, they've equaled their number of fouls in the whole first half.
Yep.
That's crazy.
It is.
Tiki Robinson with a very good game today.
Yeah, he's got 8 points so far. And looking for his first one at the free throw line, and there you go.
Chris Mayfield smiled from the State Farm agency in the sky.
So
wherever he is right now.
That's right. Jamarian and Mosley are going to come in, and Bush and Snooty are going to take a seat.
So the starting lineup comes back in halfway through the third quarter. Robinson hits both of them.
That's a good substitution. Good play for Coach Harrison, bringing Snooty and Bush in there, giving those guys some minutes here halfway through, giving them some time, no chance to get any fouls or anything. I guess the team is staying really close to him here through this third quarter.
Oh, Johnson takes it away.
Nice anticipation.
Beautiful pass as well. Mosley can't quite.
Smith,
but Smith's there.
Smith will finish for you.
Yeah, that center just had.
That's what you call garbage man right there. Little Moses Malone. We'll throw another name out there. Mr. Pierce.
Moses Malone, well, I tell you.
Kovar from the corner, and it's good.
Oh, man,
Dr. Collard, the corner of the parking lot, threw away the inbounds pass. Fortunately, the Riders got it back. It's a 2-point game. Johnson rushing down, driving down, faked it to Tiki.
Morning said nope.
Yeah, Morning knew that was just a fake. But, it was the DQ nearly dunk. That was when you take the vanilla cone and start to dip it in chocolate and say, nah, I want it.
Just dip the tipping.
Yeah, thank you, Dairy Queen. Morning into Whaley. Whaley over in the corner. Kovar from the other side, almost, but another good rebound from Robinson. The center has so much more height. Oh, one of those basketballs.
It's
left.
not mine, it's right here.
That's good. Somebody either threw it or dropped it and it rolled in, and that can be seriously dangerous.
Yeah,
the student section over there.
Oh, it came from this direction.
Whoever it was that threw it is not making eye contact.
Yeah.
So here we go. It's over to Johnson from Mosley. Bellin gets the ball, drives right down the middle, throws it the last second to Tiki.
No, I mean
it rolled right off his hand. It rolled right down.
No, he was going to take a shot, and it
I thought he changed his mind.
It just started rolling right back down his wrist.
We did. When he saw he wasn't going to be able to get the ball up there, he tried to flick it. But he intended to shoot that all the way. 4-point lead here for the Rough Riders.
All right, so Madisonville looking to take a little time off the clock here. Oh, nice.
Or not.
They just caught the Riders sleeping a little bit there, didn't they? Wasn't quite ready for that one.
They're so short, and they're able to do such good work with that height disadvantage. Johnson to Mosley. Mosley muscles by Whaley, gets it into Robinson, and Robinson from about 5 feet makes it true.
10 points in this quarter for Robinson.
Back to a 4-point game.
No, but Madisonville does not have the energy they had in the first half.
Yeah, they almost couldn't.
They're going to try this again.
Oh, but look at the
nice.
spin move from Whaley.
Nice.
That's a high level of skill.
Yeah, and Whaley got around a guy that had 6 inches on him and just made the shot.
Ooh,
Harrison not happy.
No.
Full timeout.
All right, we'll take one as well. We'll be right back. Riders up by 2 here with 1:15 to go in the third period.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the housewarming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas. Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Here we go. It's actually minute 15 to go here in the period. It's going to be Rider basketball nursing a 2-point lead.
And they're having to work as hard as they can against a scrappy team.
Right. Coach Harrison's coaching the inside there. He'll be Rider basketball underneath their goal. Madisonville obviously not pressing.
Yeah, that was too much energy.
That would be impressive if they pressed.
Yeah, if they were pressing, that would be very impressive. They would be, well, they're already in good shape. Mosley for 3.
Just off the back rim, Bellin with a great rebound, flipping around, spinning around, but can't quite make the shot from about 6 feet.
Smith's lucky he didn't get an over the back call right there.
Yeah.
So as the defense gets back, here comes Mourning and the Mustangs. Passing crisply, Mourning top of the key. Back to Simpson, thinks about three, steps up, a long two, no good. Bellin with the rebound, finds Johnson. Johnson finds Mosley. Mosley finds the basket. 49-45, great court awareness and passing.
That's how that zone is
good
supposed to work.
transition basketball there.
Yeah.
Nice pass into Whaley.
Yeah, you want to force that mid-range shot that they don't want to take.
Whaley and Mourning playing catch. Now over to Simpson for a long three, up and good. Sinks it from downtown, Dr. Collard, optometrist on the square. It's a 1-point game. And as the quarter comes to a close, Johnson almost drains it from the top of the horse's head. But it's a 1-point game. Rough Riders were they were tied at halftime and only gained one on the third quarter. We'll be back.
Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with a primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, they want to be the leading deep East Texas care provider, recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith, focused on family.
All right, time to start the fourth period here. Riders with a 1-point lead.
Gilbert on the inbound. Tell you what, that was a good quarter by both those teams.
Yeah.
Way to come back here at the end there for Madisonville, too.
Mourning on the drive, and they're going to count the shot.
Hooping the harm for Mourning, has had a great game. I mean, he's got 7 points in the game, but it seems like he's had more.
Yeah.
I believe that was.
It's on Tim, I believe.
Was it? Whoever it was, I thought the foul was before they took the shot, but whatever the case, still can't find the range. And a beautiful block by Robinson, who blocks it over to Johnson. They hold on to that 1-point lead.
Nice
Inside, knocked away by Mourning as they tried to feed Robinson.
Like I said, they were like 3 of 7 at the three-point line there at halftime, but they were doing really good at the three-point line, so it's kind of making up for it a little bit so far. Three for
Mosley for three. Downtown misses it. Good rebound, misses it. And now long outlet pass from 4 to 5. Look at that. Whaley goes down. He's fouled by Johnson, misses the shot.
Gilbert to the line.
And in the first minute, 2 quick fouls. Both of them sending the Mustangs to the line.
And Gilbert 1 of 2 at the line so far. He's got 3 points, and he's looking for his first points of the second half. In and out.
Yeah. Starting to get, it's hard to hit free throws when you're tired and winded.
Yeah, those legs. So Coach Williams for Madisonville has done a good job here with the crew that he's got, that's for sure.
Absolutely. That means a lot of them haven't come out of the game yet. Second rolls in, and it's a tie game at
51-49.
That's right. They're up by 2. Madisonville, long pass to Bellin, inside to Robinson, who puts it on the floor and loses it. He's going to get it back. Is it going to be a jump ball? It is, and possession is Sinners.
So we talked about before, you just never want to put the ball on the floor down there like that.
Nope, if you can help it.
Mosley, that one got partially tipped there by Simpson.
Kovar steals it, gets it to Simpson, but it's knocked away by a hard-charging Rough Rider. They get it to Tiki, who can't make the shot. He's right there under the basket, but can't make the shot.
He was sure looking for a foul there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a foul by Bellin. Yeah, that's a little flagrant right there.
It was Rogers that made the defensive play on the other end, but Madisonville turned it, came back down, drew the foul, and
that's going to be 3.
Three in the first 80 seconds of the quarter. All 3 of them sending shooters to the line.
They're saying it was on the floor.
Okay.
Well, it was on the floor because it was Bellin hit him over here,
and
there was no way it was a shot. So
it helps a little bit. Still 3.
Ryder's in a dogfight here.
Yeah. She can't sign to some kind of way to try to pull it. Bush with the block. Oh, he is hyped up, ain't he?
Yeah, but
Bush. He's going to get the foul.
It's going to be the 4th foul, and that one will take him to the line.
As Williams goes.
And y'all, the next foul on the Riders, they go to the line. Williams from the State Farm free throw line, a chance to make it a 2-possession game.
Yeah, good.
He was good in the first. They only got to the line once, but drained them both. He's 3 for 3 now.
So the Center fan's not happy with that foul on Mr. Bush.
That's what I'm gathering. Misses the second one. Rogers with the rebound. Bush with the ball. Finds his way to the corner. Passes it into Bellin. Bellin up off the backboard.
He's going to for T.J. Bellin.
What is that, Larry?
The hoop and the harm for T.J. Bellin.
I'm talking about. I can say the words. They just don't. They don't sound the same.
Uh-oh. Smith coming in there trying to figure out. Okay, Rogers is going to go out. T.J. Bellin 1 for 2 at the line. So you're trying to give his team the lead.
Up. Let's tie it up if we get it.
Oh, it's 3-point play. You're right. Sorry.
And that's what happens. Tie game, 6:27. They get through the defense, they get down low, but that's the problem. If you are Tristan Whaley, as good as you are driving to the basket, you better take care of business. He stopped, and that let 2 or 3 Rough Riders that are combined 2 feet taller than him. They knock it away, but they maintain possession. Long outlet to Simpson.
Getting down to 6 minutes to play.
Yep. Tied up at 2.
Morning to Simpson.
Tied up at 52, I should say.
Play and catch. Now Simpson decides to move. Get it into Whaley. Loses it. Gets it back.
Block. By Smith.
Good block by Smith. They get it over to Johnson. Good defensive sequence.
Bush
up. Oh, he's still no.
Oh, he needed that 3 after that foul he didn't get earlier.
And a beautiful coast-to-coast off the rebound for Whaley.
Whaley's got 20 points. 20 points for Madisonville. Bush, get in there for
now.
That
was it. Good rebound this time, though, by Bellin. And they reset. Johnson goes for forever from downtown. Smith tried to get the rebound. It was knocked out. Simpson can't save it. Yeah, it was.
Stays Riders. Simpson pulled out of it because he thought it was going to be back to Madisonville, but it's Rider basketball.
It's hard to believe, isn't it, with the height advantage the Riders have, and they're so athletic that they're behind in this game. Long pass over to Bush. Bush drives, keeps it. Beautiful fake, can't buy a basket. Good rebound by Tiki. Tiki gets it to fall. Little hoop and a harm there from Tiki.
Ties it up.
I mean, we're seeing our height
exactly
do its thing when it's.
That's really the only. Whoops. Lost our end zone cam.
Oh. It's probably out to battery. So
yeah, I would think.
Yeah. It served us well.
Tiki. 3-point play.
All right. A precarious 1-point lead. Next foul on center, they go to the line. No fouls on Madisonville this quarter.
I thought they had one.
Long pass over to Simpson.
They've got at least one.
Back to Morning.
I haven't seen it. I don't have it written down.
Well, that one over there, it was a hoop and a harm.
Oh, we just,
okay.
just shot free
yeah,
throws.
so there's one. They just missed it. Hoop and a harm.
That's
the harm,
actually two.
Harm counts. Taking their time, waiting to find their drive to the basket.
Well, they're just trying to move around here, see if they can find some kind of a mismatch, but it's not easy to find against the taller riders.
Morning around, inside, back to Simpson on the out. Here comes Simpson driving against.
Oh, nice drive.
I mean, Smith just turned his back, put his arms up. Gilbert on the rebound from three-point line, gives it a shot.
Out of bounds on the Riders.
As Tiki was getting position, the ball touched his foot.
Riders are getting all they want from these Mustangs tonight.
Absolutely.
Timeout on the floor. Full timeout.
We'll take one as well. We'll be right back.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Bird Forestry is the landowner's company. Maybe you have 60 acres you'd like to harvest. You call the birds. If you have twice that much that you'd like to seed, make the same contact. Or maybe you have 1,000 acres you need managed. Whatever the case, it's your forest, the birds' focus. Bird Forestry in Shelby County.
Hey everybody, we sure appreciate JBI Insurance. That's Joe Bill Insurance, Joe Bill Matire, right there on Tenaha Street. He has been around the insurance game in Shelby County since the 1980s. He knows a thing or two about your farm and about property in Shelby County, but his expertise is mobile homes. If you own a mobile home, you need it insured too. Talk to Joe Bill at JBI. Just a 1-point lead, and Madisonville has had the eternal possession. Long outlet pass. Simpson with the ball. Bush in front of him. He gets around Johnson.
Oh, that's
not
a charge.
I can't believe there was no call at all. It wasn't neither a foul nor a charge. They just let him go. Good play by Simpson.
Wow.
Unrewarded good play. 1-point lead from the Mustangs.
Smoke him if you got him.
Bush inside to Robinson. Back out to Bellin. All alone. 3-point shot off the backboard and good.
TJ Bellin for three.
Downtown Dr. Collard 3-point line. 2-point game. Morning inside. Oh, almost knocked away by Bush as it went back to Morning, but he gets to drive, throws it to Gilbert. Gilbert repays the three-pointer. And it's a 1-point lead.
They are 6 of 13 at that three-point line, and that's a pretty good percentage.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You'd be happy.
50%, yeah, you good.
Pretty happy with that as a free throw percentage.
Yeah. Oh, that's a foul on Williams.
Yeah. Williams just a little out of control. Ran himself in.
Only the second one.
See, I think there's I don't think they're right. I think
foul.
it's 3.
Yeah.
But
still haven't seen the board switch yet to 2 either. So
Kovar
for Williams. They only have 1 player on the bench.
Bush. Ooh, that was almost a steal there by Madisonville.
He gets it to Johnson, though, who goes up, misses, but Robinson's there to put it back. Tiki's been instrumental. But back down the floor.
Oh, offensive foul on that.
Whaley to Kovar. Kovar gets the best bounce of the game.
That's the shooter roll right there.
Absolutely. 1-point game, 2:54, just under the 3-minute mark.
Riders got to be asking themselves, what do we need to do to pull away from this team here?
They get it inside to Smith. That's one thing. Who puts it up and down. They just can't stop that if he gets position. 1-point game. It's been back and forth. 1-point leads.
Well, this Madisonville team is
very
can't
good.
say enough.
Yeah, I mean, there's a solid basketball team right here. Gilbert, that same spot. Bam!
Puts it through.
Man, back-to-back trays for him in that same spot over there.
And it's a 2-point game. And a timeout from Coach Harrison.
Yeah, he's upset the defense didn't get over to cover that. He's left wide open over there. Second time in a row, you got to get over there to cover.
Yep. All right, we'll be back. All right. Welcome back. Here we go. It's 64-62. They've been running that same thing with a drive and kick over in the corner, and they have made us pay.
And as long as they keep making it, why not? They're 50% from the free throw line.
Yeah, exactly, 50%, 7-14.
Down by 2, Johnson with the ball. Over to Mosley, back to Johnson. And another timeout. And Harrison says, what you doing, guys?
Let's just keep this one here.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about the post-game show. Aurora Concepts brings it to you.
Look, they finally got it fixed.
Yeah, now it's 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm vindicated once again.
Well, there's some serious coaching going on over there with the white jerseys and Coach Harrison. This Madisonville team that's small in size and number.
Well, they got several guys that are small, but they got a couple of their guys are like 10 and 3 have some size.
They're just the best. Boy, I tell you what, Robinson for player of the game. Johnson, I mean, he exploded in the second quarter and was brilliant like he always is, but Robinson has just been there the whole game.
Yep.
Important for him to make these free throws, though, as the Riders only have 100 seconds left. And he sinks the first one.
18 points right now for Tiki.
Yeah,
and 16 of them in the second half.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's probably his largest point total of the year. He gets them both from the State Farm free throw line. Thank you, Chris Mayfield. Tie game.
Just couldn't ask for anything more on this Friday night here with Madisonville in town, huh?
Close to a backcourt.
Buck and a half to go. Oh!
Alley-oop with Smith down there. Yeah. Kovar now trapped, and they call timeout.
Coach Williams got to get a full timeout over there.
Buck 22 to go. We need to hear from Andrews Construction.
Excuse me, sir. Could you help me with something? Sure. What can I help you with? No, my wife, she wants my bathroom to change. She says it's a little too plain. Unfortunately, if it can't be done with a hammer, I don't know what to do. Well, could I ask, where do you live? Well, usually in a house, but sometimes in the truck from time to time. No, what city? In Center, Texas. It's not in the center, though. No problem. In Center, Texas, people call Ricky Andrews Construction for all their construction needs.
Abundant Love Ministries is a place for everyone to worship. If you've ever been to Abundant Love Ministries, you know that Pastor Marlon Cloudy is unlike anybody else. The music, uplifting. And right next door to the church, their life center is unparalleled. A great place to worship, Abundant Love Ministries.
All right, buddy. So we've got 102 seconds left here.
And a tie game.
Both teams have 4 team fouls. So next foul, as long as it's not an offensive foul, will be a shooting foul here on out regardless. Possession arrow is in favor of Madisonville, and they also have the basketball.
Impressive. Center got the 4 fouls in the first 90 seconds and haven't fouled since.
Center's gone back to a man-to-man defense.
Our best on their best.
Only got 70 seconds now. I don't know. I'm just giving y'all our time.
Oh, I guess that's right. Yeah, so you're right.
Yeah. He gets around Bellet. No, he can't. Now he gets around Bellet. No, he can't. Oh. But he punches it to Kovar, who's been money from downtown. That's his 3rd in the quarter. Johnson now with the ball. His team down by 3. Bellin.
Don't really need the 3 here.
Not necessarily.
Just need a basket.
Mosley, defense all around him, finds Johnson. Back over to Bellin. Back to Johnson. 33 seconds. Back to Bellin. From the three-point line, nothing. Rebound, Morning taken away by Rogers. Now it's a big pile-up. What will it be? It's to be a jump ball, and it's possession, Madisonville.
Wow. Yeah, they got Kovar down there instead of Gilbert this last time, and was able to find it in there. So out-of-bounds play will be Madisonville basketball with 23.5. You pretty much got a foul right here. You got a foul, put him on the line because you ain't got time down by 3.
And as soon as number 3 gets the ball, fouling. He hasn't hit a free throw yet. They have it, 22 seconds, and there's a foul.
And they're going to foul coming up here on Whaley. Whaley he's been in the line once. He's 0 for 1 at the line. It's an out-of-bounds play. I thought that was 5.
That's 5.
It's 5.
Going to be a shot,
Yeah, they just figured that out. And Whaley hits 2. It's not like the game's over, but he sure makes it very difficult for the Riders.
Whoa.
What was it?
Did you hear better?
Over there and
pumping stuff down in there.
Misses an air ball, the first one. Completely misses it. Getting ready for the second shot now.
Mosley back in here as they get all the shooters in. Coach Harrison, 20 seconds. So still a lot of time.
Big from the Chris Mayfield State Farm
right
free
here.
throw line. Shot is up and no good. But the rebound is gotten by Madisonville. What a crucial moment. It just went over Smith's head. What could he do? He had the position over his head. Now, here is another player that is 0 from the free throw line.
He's 0 for 5, but
with 15 seconds.
This probably the wrong time for him to hit a couple of them, though.
And he misses again.
So, still a little.
With only 15 seconds, even hitting 1. And he does. Mosley to Johnson. Johnson to Bellin. Bellin back to Johnson. He puts up a shot.
It won't go, but the
fouled from the three-point line, so he'll shoot 3.
If that went in, we would be in business.
That would be hit.
Yep.
That's a good job there by Johnson.
So 7.9, you hit 2 and then miss the third?
I would. That would be me. I mean, that would just be me. But it's just depending on you. Okay. You got to make sure you knock them down, though.
You got to knock down the first 2.
Yeah, missed the third one and try to get the rebound and bounce it. Second one goes down. What's the matter, Chris? What's the matter?
I can hear now.
Oh.
There's a short in that wire.
Oh, okay. Rogers out or back in for Smith.
2-point game with 8 seconds. Is there a timeout left?
One more shot.
Now, you either miss on purpose or you foul after this.
Knock him down.
1-point game, 8 seconds. Long inbounds pass, whistle.
Timeout called.
Timeout by Madisonville.
Yep, before the big throw-in. So 7.9, 68, 67. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
I mean, the problem, okay, so the problem is if there was 13 seconds or 14 seconds, I'd say we got a good chance because even if they hit both, you still have to be able to hit a 3.
Yeah.
But with 7.9 seconds, you got to feel like there'll be another couple seconds to go off.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
If you don't steal it, you need to foul immediately.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate they had another opportunity, even though those free throws didn't go down for them. But the one that they made over there, 1 out of the 4.
1 is all he needed.
Yeah. That's big.
To put us in dire straits.
And it's not like the Riders haven't played a bad game here. I mean, not a whole lot of fouling, I mean, and Madisonville just played really, really well.
Played so well.
And knocking down the threes in there as well. But, I mean, both teams played very, very well here tonight. And it's a surprise to me that they're with the 6-man bench that they have, that they've played as well as they have. They've done a great job here. Coach Williams got to be proud of these guys.
Over in Hudson is a game between the 2 3-1 teams. One of those teams is going to win and be 4-1.
We'll still have the tiebreak over them.
That's true.
For the time being.
That's true for the time being. But you would really like to think that the Riders are going to be able to
pull this one out.
All right, got to go all the way down the floor, but they up by 1, so really just try to get it in.
Here they go with
3.
Big
4.
Tiki, long pass.
They do get it
they
in.
Get it.
Got to get somebody, got to get a foul there.
but
Right,
with
well, you
1.1,
can't do that.
they're
Get a walk
It's
call.
a walk. Where's the walk? You can't do that.
Yeah.
That's a walk.
got Harrison lobbying for it.
Yeah, Madisonville threw it up in the air like that.
Yeah, that's a walk. It's you can't throw it up in the air and catch it like that.
Unless you're playing by yourself.
And the ref is right, though. It is a walk by doing so, and that should be a turnover, and there should be more than 1.1
That's
on
right.
there.
Yeah, that's
it
right.
should
They
be
have
3.2, I believe is what it should be.
Have to put time back on the court if they do that.
So the discussion.
Yeah, it should be.
And I don't know why he threw it up there. I thought maybe it got hit, but he just kind of threw it to just try to take some.
Yeah, and there should be 3 seconds left.
Should be 3 seconds. See, like, let's see, even they're over there and they're saying there should be 3 seconds.
Boy, a 1-point game.
1.1 makes it difficult. 3 seconds, you got a chance.
Well, still, you have more than just a catch and shoot here.
And
they're not going to put any time on there, but they're going to talk about it, I think.
Right, Harrison calls timeout while they negotiate about the time.
And Coach Williams is really adamant, wants a clear discussion as to what the deal is over there.
See, Munoz is still continuing the argument.
Still say, even the scores table over there said 3 seconds. I thought there was like 3.2 when that ball went up in the air. Because I looked up there and I saw that on the scoreboard at the same time.
It was like 3.2 or 3.5 seconds when he caught it.
Yeah.
He thought what he thought he was doing was to keep so they couldn't foul.
Yeah.
But he did it prematurely.
Yeah, he should
I
have waited until
understand what the young man was trying to do.
Yeah, maybe if with 1 second left.
They put
3 seconds. Okay. And now Madisonville's definitely not happy about that.
Yeah, I just think it was the right call, though, don't you?
Yeah, I do too. Like I said, I think it was right because when that ball went up in the air, I looked, and you could see it was still clocking, but it was like 3 seconds and going under, and then the ball came back down.
No, he caught it at 3.2 seconds.
Oh, it did? Okay. Okay. Like I said, I knew there was like right around 3, but still, doesn't matter. You're still down by 1. You only have 3 seconds. You're at the half-court line, and you need a shot. Yep. It can't be a 3. You got to get something. Get to the line. Anything. Get inside, anything.
We got to use our height.
Do you have enough time to get the ball inside and dry? I'm not sure.
Barely.
I'd put 4 guys on Tim if I was them.
From forever, almost banks it in, but it won't go. 2 shots from Tim from desperation territory. Both of them almost went in at the end. A 1-point loss. Hats off to a spunky Madisonville Mustang team, undersized, outnumbered, come in and steal one from the district leaders, 68-67. Stick around for the Aurora Concepts postgame show. We'll talk about this with Coach after this.
You're watching NetSN coverage of Center basketball. Tonight from the new Rough Rider Coliseum, the Riders host the Madisonville Mustangs.
Madisonville went 8 of 15 at the three-point line, but 6 of 19 at the free throw line. And it's just like Center went 4 of 17 at the three-point line, 11 of 13 at the charity stripe there. So a little bit of a difference in there, but, you know, hey, whenever they're hitting them there, and then they get 5 guys in double digits. I mean, Cover had 12, Simpson had 11, Morning had 10, Whaley had 20, Gilbert had 10, 5 for Williams in there as well. So just a good all-around game here for Madisonville. They come in here, they knew that they were depleted as far as some players there to get some help, and they came out here and played a really good game. They kind of kept it at their pace of the game, and they took care of business here tonight. And then Johnson had 25, Robinson had 19, and just spreading around here. But the Riders had a pretty good little ball game here, but just couldn't try to find that way to get away, get some separation from Madisonville to try to get the victory here tonight, and they came up just a little short.
We will hear from Center Motor Company and from JBA Financial, and when we come back, we'll talk to Coach Harrison here in the Aurora Concepts postgame.
Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is the Aurora Concepts post-game show.
Bam,
but we need to get it on him.
There is our very tall coach, Coach Harrison. They were undermanned and outsized. They really came in and played hard.
They did play hard. They played hard. They wanted it more than we did. I think we underestimated them because we saw that they had 6, 7 players, but they played hard the whole time.
Yeah,
they got after us, and they had nothing to lose, and we talked about that. They have nothing to lose. We sitting here 4-0, and they're 2-2. They at the bottom scrapping and fighting, but they came in here and they put it on us.
They shot better from the three-point line than they did from the free throw line.
We got 8 of 15, and that's tough.
They shot well. We didn't close out correctly. We tell them don't close out. Don't help on the strong side. But several times, ball was driven from this side, and we had a shooter in the corner, and we just helped over and then left the shooter wide open.
Wow.
But, we don't. That's not what we teach.
Right. But a lot of times you make that mistake. The shooter misses 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4. In the second half, they just didn't miss.
Well, and the one that they made, then I told Tiki don't close out, don't help. And then he goes and does it again. Then we get somebody else in there, and I guess he wasn't listening at the in the timeout, and he goes up and do the same thing. So we'll go back and we'll look at the film and we'll talk about that again.
And we finished up the first half of district, and now we take a long trip to Bullard. And they gave us a good game here at home.
They did. I'm sure they are excited to find out that we lost. They'll be ready for us. They'll be ready for us when we go over there Tuesday, and it's going to be a tough road to beat them over there.
Okay. Well, Shires and I are going to be there. We'll look forward to talking to you.
All right.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
All right, folks, that's Coach Hiram Harrison. We've already heard from JBA Financial.
We have?
We did.
Well, shoot.
I think we did.
We'll hear from our Rough Rider basketball sponsors, and we'll be back to close this one up. We'll be right back.
Rough Rider basketball sponsors include Abundant Love Ministries, come worship with us, Fast Tax Service, get your taxes done fast, Bird Forestry, your forest, their focus, Tomlin Insurance, your progressive insurance dealer, and Andrews Construction, see what Ricky can do with your kitchen or your bathroom. These sponsors are proud of the Rough Riders and Lady Riders.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is the final segment of the Aurora Concepts post-game show. Wallington act like he's taking three-point shots and hitting it off the bank.
Doling off cash.
Doling out cash.
Yeah.
So ATM may be closed, but Wallington's open.
Oh, is that it?
All right, so, folks, that's it here from Center. We'll see what Wallington, any final thoughts?
I'm kind of in shock. I just, until the last maybe second, I thought, oh, we're going to come back and win this. We have the size. We have all the advantage, and Madisonville just played really well. I'm proud of them. You see out on the floor a large extended family, the Bush family. Certainly thoughts and prayers go out to them.
Yes.
Colt Bush lost his life just 2 nights ago, and his son, Carson, here on the floor. And so the whole family sitting in the kind of the area they had roped off just for the family here today. And hats off to him for the effort tonight. Wasn't to be for on the win column, but Mr. Shires, I look forward to taking the drive to Bullard with
Yep, it's all in the Bullard, and we'll do that.
Hope that your weekend, it's still going to be cold, but we hope that for all of you, it's nothing but net. We'll see you then.
We thank you for watching the Aurora Concepts postgame show. We have a big thanks to our postgame sponsors, Dairy Queen, Wyndham Family Dental, Wiggins Family Farms, Center Motor Company, JBA Financial, and Tammy Steptoe Realty. And of course, Aurora Concepts, who says, let us take care of you. Stay tuned for the Batters Law Firm final scoreboard live from the Bowles Feed Blimp. We'll see you next week. Until then, it's first down and 7 days to go.
The proceeding was a presentation of Watlington, Shires, and Pierce Productions. We hope you have an awesome and blessed night. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless each and every one of you.